I've come to the realization that I don't really fuck with a whole lot of artists, because you can just tell when someone's creating because it's in their heart, or if they're creating for monetary gain, or if they're creating for attention or, recognition or whatever. You can just tell. Well, at least I can, because I've used those motivations to create before too, and it just felt so disingenuous and just didn't fucking sit right with who I want to be and who I am. So I'm able to identify that within other artists, whether or not they recognize that or not. And it's like, art has to, like creation, it has to be in your heart. It can't be on your sleeve. It has to be something that you're doing because you love it. You're not doing it for any other reason. Or you could be doing it for another reason, but you have to love it first. That has to be the main reason. And I came across this interview where Jim Carrey was like criticizing Will Smith for smacking Chris Rock, and then they were like, "Oh, you hypocrite! You used to violate people's personal space. Look, here's a clip." And it's like, yeah, exactly. He should know better than anybody else what that experience is like, and that's why he's criticizing Will Smith, because he's really criticizing his old self. And you're gonna sit there, if you don't understand that, you're gonna, oh, you hypocrite, but you sit there with your high horse. And it's like, that's why it's like hard for me to, like, for example, like this YouTuber Cody Leach. I used to like watching his reviews and stuff because he had super niche takes, but as he like continued to create content, his takes got shittier and shittier and shittier, and it would piss me the fuck off. Because as I'm over here developing my knowledge of film and what makes film work, he's over there stuck in the same bubble of like his stupidity, and he's not trying to, come to an understanding. Like, I think what really set in the realization for me that this dude's a fucking idiot is when he was talking about The Witch, and he's like, I don't like art house movies. The A24, they're like just artsy fartsy. And anybody who says like films from A24 are quote-unquote artsy-fartsy, that person is immediately considered a fucking retard to me. And that made me lose any credibility for anything that he had to say after that. Even a YouTuber like Jeremy Johns, who I used to watch all the way back in the day, I stopped watching him because it felt like he was just doing the same shit, saying the same fucking bullshit. He wasn't evolving, he wasn't growing. Maybe in his personal life he was, but not as a YouTuber in his opinions on film and shit. And then I come to the realization, oh, he's appealing to the average man. He's appealing to the person that doesn't know anything about film and just wants their surface level opinions on the film to be confirmed. And that's what Jeremy Johns exists for. That's what Cody Leach exists for in the horror community. They don't have any original or unique takes. They're just spouting the same bullshit that they heard someone else say. And that shit was like, I recognize that I used to do the same shit, and I'm like, man, y'all gotta be better. But it's like, I'm comparing myself to them, but in the end of the day, I'm comparing myself to my older self, and that's where all my frustration lies. Whoa. Because you encounter different aspects of yourself through every new person that you meet. Throughout your lifetime, you meet yourself through 1,000, 100,000 different faces. And it's like, damn. So when you meet someone that you really don't like, it's really, they're projecting an aspect of yourself that you don't like, and you don't know that that's an aspect of yourself, or it's an aspect of yourself that you've already overcome, and you can't be around that person. That's oftentimes what I find is I've overcome a lot of aspects of myself that I see in other people, so I immediately write them off for my own benefit. Nothing personal against those people, but it's just like, I don't need that energy in my life. Like, they have to figure that shit out for themselves. Like, I've already figured some of that shit out, and being around it's just gonna help me learn those negative habits again, help me learn those negative thought processes. I'm not trying to be on that. I'm trying to be better. And a lot of people don't want to be better. They just want to be ignorant, because that's easier. So what are the morals? What's the lesson to be learned? What's the takeaway? Because, bringing up problems, that does nothing. But bringing up problems and then offering solutions, that's good. So basically, just fucking compete with yourself. And when you're rubbed the wrong way from somebody that you meet in life, try to fucking analyze what that is. Is it because they're genuinely a shitty person? Is it because they remind you of an older version of yourself? Is it because there's something that they remind you of that you see within yourself that you don't even recognize that's there? What could it be? So, in the end of the day, yeah, just fucking compete with yourself. Compare yourself to others in healthy ways. Shit, what else is there? I don't know. I mean, I think it was blatantly obvious. I made all this shit very clear, but I figured I would offer these solutions.
McDonald's is a place to rock. It is a restaurant where they buy food to eat. It is a good place to listen to the music. People flock here to get down to the rock music.
Rock and roll McDonald's, rock and roll McDonald's, rock and roll McDonald's, rock and roll McDonald's.
McDonald's will make you fat.